Hello and welcome. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, and you've been thinking about how to stay active, earn some extra income, or simply find new purpose each day, you're not alone. Many older adults today are healthier, more capable, and more motivated than ever to keep contributing, learning, and staying connected to the world around them. Maybe retirement didn't turn out to be as relaxing as you thought, or maybe you missed the sense of routine, social contact, or financial security that working brings. The good news is, there are many job opportunities today that are well suited for older adults, whether part-time, flexible, or based on skills you've developed over a lifetime. So let's explore this together in today's topic. 12 good jobs for older people. How to make money, stay active, and thrive at work as a senior. Believe it or not, plenty of jobs for older people are available. And yes, you can work after retirement for all kinds of good reasons. For example, maybe you want to earn extra money, help others, meet new people, or explore a career you've always dreamed about but never had the chance to really try out before. Or maybe you've heard that, as you grow older, having a job can provide a surprising number of benefits for your physical and mental health. The fact is, many of today's seniors are redefining what it means to be retired by continuing to work. They're discovering that their options for making money are as diverse as their many possible reasons for being part of the workforce. And of course, there's much more to choose from than just full-time employment. For instance, some seniors start businesses after retirement. Others find part-time jobs. For seniors over 65, this fact often remains a strong motivating factor. Working past your retirement age can make a big difference when it comes to funding your future elderly years. This article lists multiple jobs for senior citizens based on various kinds of motivations. For example, are you looking for a full-time job as someone over 60 who needs to pay bills after a layoff? Are you researching part-time jobs for a 55-year-old woman in your circle of friends who want some extra spending money? Regardless of your specific motive, you'll find plenty of ideas here. Plus, you'll learn how having a job can help you stay happy and healthy. And you'll explore useful tips on finding a good job and getting hired as an older person. Seniors at work, a growing trend. Retirement used to mean the end of your working life. But having a job during one's senior years is now becoming increasingly common. That means more and more older people are figuring out how to make money after retirement. Just take a look at these numbers. By 2024, it's estimated that 1 in 4 workers will be over the age of 55, a significant shift from 1994, when that number was just half as much. In fact, older adults are quickly becoming the fastest growing segment of the workforce. Back in 2018, nearly half of all new jobs created were filled by workers aged 55 and older, showing just how vital seniors have become to today's economy. And with changing views on retirement, nearly 1 in 3 workers now expect to continue working until at least age 67 or beyond. In addition, many employers now actively look to hire seniors. More and more of them are starting to recognize that experienced and mature workers often have strengths that some younger workers lack. For example, many older workers exhibit strengths like: older workers bring a unique set of strengths to the workforce that make them valuable assets to employers. A Department of Labor study found that newly hired older employees are more likely to stay in their positions for the long term compared to their younger counterparts, demonstrating a strong sense of loyalty. In addition, about 70% of human resources managers in a recent survey highlighted the strong work ethic of older adults as a major advantage. And when it comes to workplace morale, employees over the age of 55 consistently show the highest levels of positive engagement across all age groups, bringing not only experience, but also a steady and encouraging presence to the job. 12 good jobs for older people. Seniors can get many kinds of jobs, aside, perhaps, from some extremely physically demanding occupations. Almost any job that can be done by a younger person can be done by someone older. It really just depends on the individual, since everyone ages differently. In other words, the best jobs for older workers vary according to each person's goals, capabilities, health, and other factors. For example, the criteria used in finding good jobs for women over 50 who still have children at home will naturally be different than the criteria used in finding work for people in their 80s who just want a reason to get out and socialize a few times a week. Thankfully, there are a wide range of potential jobs for seniors to match all kinds of different motivations and capabilities. The following jobs are arranged by what may be driving you to seek employment. Check out one or more of these categories to see a few practical and inspiring examples. If you want to stay involved in a prior career, here are some jobs that might be a good fit for you. Number 1. Consultant. Has your work history helped you acquire a comprehensive resume of accomplishments and a wealth of knowledge in your field? Chances are, the answer is yes. Your skills are valuable, so why not benefit from sharing your expertise? Companies typically hire consultants for help with specific issues or for guidance during transitions. The pay can be great, especially if you have the kind of expertise that businesses are looking for. Plus, you generally get some flexibility when it comes to determining your hours and working conditions. Number 2. Writer and subject matter expert. Another way to share your knowledge is by writing about it. In this age of information, many people are looking for authoritative content online or in print. So if you're an expert on a particular subject, get your name out there. Begin by starting a blog, publishing articles on platforms such as LinkedIn, or approaching publications related to your area of expertise. Number 3. Teacher. Why not teach others about your field? Community colleges and community centers often hire temporary instructors to teach classes for professional development or general interest. So check out your local college, community center, or seniors center to see what's already being offered and inquire about the possibility of creating new classes based on your particular areas of expertise. Keep in mind that you don't have to be an academic scholar or professor. Your knowledge and experience could be enough to qualify you to teach self-enrichment classes in a college's continuing education department. For example, if your former career was in the food industry, you could offer to teach a cooking class. If you want to get out and about in your community, you might find the following jobs well suited to your interests. Number 4. On-demand driver. Services such as Uber need independent drivers to take passengers from place to place. Because you set your own hours, on-demand driving is one of the most flexible part-time jobs for seniors. In fact, according to a survey by Benenson Strategy Group, about 23% of Uber's drivers are over 50, plus 2/3 of Uber contractors have no previous job history as drivers. So these services offer suitable jobs for older people with no experience, but clean driving records. Number 5. Courier. Deliver food, packages, or other goods from restaurants, stores, or warehouses to the local people who ordered them. The increased use of services like Amazon Flex and Grubhub is leading to more opportunities. You need to be efficient in these jobs, since workers are often held to time frame standards for delivery. Medical courier work is also becoming more common. A medical courier transports and delivers test results, lab specimens, images such as X-rays, medications, and other medically necessary items. If you want social contact, these roles could be a great match for your lifestyle. Number 6. Customer service representative. Do you enjoy talking on the phone? Why not help people by answering questions and solving problems? You need patience and good communication skills for this work. Basic computer knowledge is also necessary, but work-at-home jobs are available. Some positions in this field are part-time, which can make customer service a good option for seniors. Number 7. Tour guide. Share your love of local attractions and inspire others with your knowledge of history and geography. Depending on the venue, you could meet people from around the world. Public speaking skills and a good memory are essential. Number 8. Retail salesperson. This is one of the most popular jobs for seniors. And it's easy to see why. Retail positions often have flexible schedules, opportunities for friendly contact with customers, and even healthcare benefits if you work for a larger company. Plus, salespeople are often eligible for a store discount. And you could work at a store that aligns with your personal interests. If you want to help people, consider these opportunities that let you stay active and connected. Number 9. Child care worker. Help care for other people's children. You could find work in a daycare, child care center, or as a private nanny. If you don't have formal child care experience, completing an early childhood education program can help you find a position. Certificate programs can often be completed in 1 year or less. You also may need to complete a criminal record check. And you should have good physical stamina since children have a lot of energy. Number 10. School bus monitor. School bus drivers need to focus on driving, but students can get unruly. So who keeps things in order so that buses travel safely? School bus monitors. If you like kids and can keep your cool in sometimes chaotic conditions, this can be a rewarding job. If you want to explore a career related to a favorite hobby or lifelong passion, these positions may align well with your desire. Number 11. Musician or singer. Have you always wanted to be on stage? The senior years could be your chance to shine. In fact, even though you might not think of performing as one of the top jobs for seniors over 70, almost 9% of singers and musicians have passed their 70th birthday. Of course, a performing arts background is helpful, and you should be prepared to put a lot of time into practicing. Number 12. Artist or craftsperson. Is expressing your artistic side on your retirement bucket list? Although most artists never get rich, activities like painting, sculpture, and crafts are popular retirement hobbies that make money. However, as an artist or craftsperson, you often have to invest some time in finding customers who will purchase your work. If you want to be an entrepreneur. For seniors who have always wanted to run a business, retirement can be an opportunity to develop entrepreneurial skills. In fact, starting a business is a popular way for retirees to make some money while enjoying the benefits of being their own boss. So even though we might think of startups as the domain of younger people, many older adults are well suited for entrepreneurship. After all, today's seniors grew up in a time that had more family businesses, and many of them know what it takes to be successful. In fact, a lot of entrepreneurial success simply comes down to knowing what people want. That's why the stereotype of young tech entrepreneurs being more successful than older ones is often incorrect. Plus, business ideas for seniors are almost limitless. In fact, many of the jobs listed above could be springboards to entrepreneurship. And for senior entrepreneurs who want to be involved in online sales, technology has made it easier than ever to get started even if you don't have specific products or services in mind yet. Platforms like Amazon, eBay, and Shopify provide the tools to set up your own online sales channels. For example, if you want to pare down your possessions, you can sell items on eBay. And some platforms like Shopify can even connect you to products to sell. Benefits of working as a senior. Why would anyone choose to keep a job when they could retire or go back to work when they could stay retired? For some of us, it boggles the mind. After all, most workers eagerly await retirement. We tend to think of it as our ultimate reward for decades of effort and hard work. But sometimes, the reality of retirement living doesn't match what we envisioned. In fact, some older people experience loneliness, others miss the routine of having a job. In addition, some older adults long for the mental stimulation of working, or they want to explore career interests that they were too busy to pursue previously. And of course, many seniors simply need more money. In other words, seniors are a diverse group with many different needs and motivations. Looking for jobs as an older person. Practical tips. Older workers often wonder how upfront they should be about their age when applying for jobs. After all, jobs for old people isn't usually a specific category on job boards, so you're most likely competing with workers of all ages. Can you compete with younger job seekers? Of course you can. To succeed, you need to prove that you will be a good investment if hired. So focus on the ways you can add value to an organization instead of focusing on your years of work history. In fact, try to avoid saying things like decades of experience. Also, don't underestimate yourself or make jokes about your age in an interview. Although every job is different, employment experts agree on the following steps for finding a job as an older person. No matter why you want to work, you can find plenty of options that fit your goals and lifestyle. Good jobs for older people are definitely out there. So don't be afraid to take the necessary steps to get one. Always remember that seniors like you make valuable contributions every day while enjoying the benefits of working past retirement age. As you can see, there are many rewarding and flexible job options for older adults who want to stay active, connected, and financially independent. Whether you're continuing a lifelong passion or exploring something entirely new, there's always a path forward. We hope this video gave you helpful insights and encouragement as you consider your next steps. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more tips, inspiration, and resources designed especially for older adults. Your support helps us reach more people just like you. Thank you for watching, and take care.